Baddies Gone Wild, Dominican Republic, episode 2, titled Face the Funk. So the episode starts off with Lauren versus Minkx. Lauren, number one, didn't like that Minkx was going around being a bully to Mimi Love, but number two, she has a personal issue with her because she feels like Minkx was hating on her music, right? So this is their second round. Literally, she's boom, boom, boom. I feel like she got the upper hand here. I feel like she got Minkx. And, you know, this whole rumor that Lauren's pee stinks is now floating around there. Dava's a real one. She went down there and actually took a sniff. She said, "Let me smell." There's nothing. There's nothing there. I was like, whoa. I don't know that I would do all that, but like, thank you, because I really hate when girls do this. It's so mean girl coded, and Leandra, who put this rumor out there, doesn't give mean girl, she gives sweet and innocent. So I'm just so confused why the hell she thought that would be okay to do. I will give credit to Minkx because she doesn't throw Leandra under the bus, even though she easily could have. She could have been like, "Leandra said your pee stinks," and she could have diverted the attention off of her, and then Lauren would have went and started fighting Leandra, but she didn't. She's a G. Literally, she didn't say who told her. But yeah, Lauren is still pressing Minkx, and I'm just surprised that Minkx does not want to smoke with her. She's literally like kind of backing down. She's looking down. She's like, "Nah, I'm not effing with these rocks, like these big stepping rocks on the floor." She's like, "I'm not fighting on these rocks. No, like, what?" Like, I'm just so surprised why the energy switch up. Is because she realized like Lauren got hands? Is it because she realized Lauren is strong? Or is it because Lauren has a little bit of clout already? Is that what it is? I don't know. So Lauren is literally checking her. She's like, "Stop being a bully. Stop trying to be a bully." Boom, again. Boom, boom, boom. They start fighting again. Lauren is getting her. Minkx is getting shots in too. But I do feel like Lauren took that once again. Anyways, the scene cuts and we see Mimi Love, Kirsten, aka Kutake, and Dava. They're going up to the wall. I forgot to mention in episode 1, they have a wall of photos. Finally, like bringing back old school BGC. Literally, they have everybody's picture hung up next to the BGW sign. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little ghetto though, the way that they did it. Like, literally just looks like they stuck some paper up on the wall, and the wall like was dirty as hell. I'm just saying, kudos for the effort though. Like, damn, I don't want to be a hater like that. So they're walking up to this wall. Literally, they're na 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 nas, na 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 nas, hey hey, goodbye. They're taking down Nas's picture. I was like, Nas? Well, both Nas and Minkx's photo went down. Minkx, I understand, because Dava went back and back and back and back with her. Nas, though, I'm like, it would have made more sense to take Becky London's name down before Nas. I don't know. I'm starting to believe Nas. It's like, are you just messing with her because she's an easy target? Obviously, Kutake, she doesn't like Nas from the reunion and them fighting anyways, but they also just feel like in general, Nas needs to go home because she's not a baddie. She gives baddie to me, okay? Not everybody has to be a fighter. Like, there's different types of baddies for sure. And in fact, some of the fan faves are not fighters. So the scene cuts and we actually see Elena, Milani, Sam, I believe, Kutake, Dava, and Mimi Love. Elena explained, you know, why they were beefing with Mimi Love because of the whole auditions thing. And like I said, it makes sense for her because Mimi Love did touch her. She actually snatched her wig off. So I get it. Dava tells everybody, like, "I'm gonna gather everybody to do a house meeting." She's kind of trying to step up and be like the house leader. Now on the balcony, you have Minkx, Becky London, and Lulu. They sitting out there. They're talking about Mimi Love, of course. I'm like, Lulu, you became friends with them, girl? Like, I don't know if I like this. Yeah, no, she's literally out there talking with them too. It seems like she doesn't like Mimi Love already, which I'm just confused. I'm like, don't be a freaking follower. Like, if she didn't do nothing to you, why are you talking shit about her? And it's funny because she keeps saying, like, I don't know why she didn't stand her ground. I didn't know why she didn't stand her ground. Like, this is so ironic coming from a girl that didn't fight at all. How are you gonna try to tell somebody what they should or shouldn't have done? This girl literally fought probably the heaviest hitter of the house 5 times. You didn't get into one fight and you're trying to tell her she should have stood her ground and she should have fought? Girl, calm down. I like Lulu. I thought she's funny, but I don't like this. So Dava comes up to them and she tells them, "Hey, let's have a house meeting so we can talk about everything that's happening." And they kind of respect respect that. Even though, you know, they ain't really effing with her. I could see her being house leader. Like, this is what it takes. You gotta kind of be neutral. If you can't be neutral, at least you have to be able to command respect. And I think David can do that. But before we can get into this house meeting, the scene cuts and we have Leandra and Baby Tyson laying in their bed together. Leandra's nervous because she has to talk to Lauren, and she decides that it is a good idea to tell Lauren about the rumor that she started about her. It was very much so giving Baddies Africa when Russian Cream tried to tell, you know, the big three what she said about them before it gets leaked so that, you know, they wouldn't get mad at her. I think she was trying to do something like that where she thought Lauren's reaction was gonna be like, okay, well, thank you for telling me. But it's just like, girl. Let's get into it. So Lauren and G-Baby come and enter into the room. They're all sitting on the bed together. So Leandra starts, you know, she's like, okay, like, you're probably not gonna like me after this, but like, I was in prison and the girls were like, oh, don't girls in prison pee stinks? And I was like, please, there's girls here whose pee stinks. And like, they like forced me to tell. So I could see she's tiptoeing around her words. Like, they were telling me, give a name, give a name, give a name. It was like 3 of them. And so like, I was like it's you. Like, what the fuck? There was no way she could have landed that and it went smoothly. Like, what the hell were you thinking? Messy, messy, messy. Lauren is literally like, why would you say that? And then this girl, this idiot, she's such a bimbo. She literally is like, because like when I was sitting next to you, I kind of smelled something. Like, stop it. If you don't want smoke with her and you were trying to tell her to save face, you don't go and double down on that. Like, you would have been better off just playing it off and been like, I just gave your name because they were forcing me to, but I don't really think that, okay? Like, Lauren is like, how do you know it was mine and not others? Like, there was other people around. And Leandra's, I really don't know. You see, she's backing down. She doesn't want any smoke. That's why I'm so confused why she doubled down. And then once again, she's like, see, that's why I didn't want to say anything because I don't like airing shit out like that. It's like, oh my God. Okay. I understand why Lauren hit you, girl. Like, you keep reinforcing it by what you're saying. So literally, as they're talking, Leandra turns her head to the side. Lauren just starts boom, 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 boom. Oh my gosh, she whoops her ass. Literally, Leandra didn't even fight back. She was literally just like accepting her fate at that point. I didn't see her swing. I didn't see her attempt anything. The one thing I didn't like though is why Lauren waited until she turned her head to the side. That was like weird to me. But no, like, I understand why Lauren did that. Girl, what the hell is wrong with you? How are you gonna try to tell her to her face that her pee stinks and then reaffirm it 2-3 times? Like, nah. I understand why Lauren did that, rightfully so. Lauren literally beat her ass without any panties on. Like, literally. She was like, you want to smell it right now? You want to smell it right now? I damn near thought she was gonna sit on her face for a second. I was like, oh shit. Leandra literally comes out of that fight like, she's such a troll. She comes out of that fight smiling. She's like, not gonna lie, she's the definition of still pretty. She should have said that, but no, like, Lauren probably would have beat her ass again if she said that. So Lauren literally takes her hand, wipes down there, and is like, smell it, smell it. She puts it in Leandra's face. Leandra said, you want me to smell it? You want me to smell it? No, it doesn't stink. I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl is a character. This is not the same girl that was in prison for 19 months. Ain't no way. I mean, I don't know what's happening in the London prisons, but I'm confused by her. So next, Lauren confronts Baby Tyson again. She's like, you know what? Matter of fact, while I'm in here, we fought like how many times? Like, you want to keep going or do you want to dead it? And Baby Tyson pretty much agrees that they should just dead it. They should not keep going, which I'm like, thank ya. It was already too much on episode 1. I'm so glad they decided to dead it and move on. Leandra in her confessional says, I thought that conversation was supposed to prevent a fight from happening. Like, I don't understand. Like, I was trying to be honest with you before it got messy, you know? Like, it's because of what you said. Maybe if you said she was ugly or something like that, she probably could have looked past it. But what you said is pretty damning. That's not cute. It's not funny. If you're not sure or if you're gonna backtrack that fast, then you shouldn't open your mouth and say that in the first place. She obviously was scared that people were going to expose it was her, so she was trying to just expose herself first. But yeah, she was hella wrong for doing that, and she kind of got her karma. So now Deva comes into their room, Leandra and Baby Tyson. She tells them it's a house meeting time. First house meeting of Baddies Gone Wild in the Dominican Republic. Let's get it. So Deva speaks up. She's looking at Leandra. She's like, girl, I heard you were fighting. Like, what happened? So of course they recap the whole story. The fact that Leandra just told Lauren to her face that she said that her pee stinks. Every time I say it, I'm just such in shock. Lauren's like, let's debunk it right quick because Deva smelled it and even Leandra smelled it and they both said it didn't stink. I feel bad for Lauren that she even has to like feel the need to debunk it because it sucks. Like once a rumor gets put out there like that about you, it sticks forever. Like Tasiki's whole rumors, right? Even if something is not true, it will still stick with you. That's the thing that sucks. That's why I hate when these girls put out such damaging rumors like this. And now this girl, Lauren, is gonna feel like she has to prove herself every single time that she's clean and she's hygienic. It's just like, it's annoying. Milani is instigating the whole time. I don't like you, Leandra, for what you did, for what you said, especially if you weren't planning on standing on business, then you should have just kept it to yourself, knowing that that girl's pee stinks. I'm like, oh, she did it again. She's trying you, Lauren. She's trying you. And even Lauren was like, even though it don't, correction. She tries to frame it too and like, I'm a real one. I'm a real one. That's why I'm just saying that I'm a real one. I'm like, yeah, you're a real messy one. That's what you are. Damn, they ask her again. They're like, but where did you get that her pee smells? Like, oh my God, just leave it alone. She obviously doesn't want to repeat it. She doesn't want no drama. And Lauren doesn't want it repeated. Like, they're totally disrespecting Lauren at this point. Okay, anyway, so even in her confessionals, Leandra too says, even though it wasn't her intentions to be nasty about it, like she felt bad because it should have never been said and she intended on apologizing to Lauren about it, which I'm like, okay, well, I respect that you're gonna apologize to her, but you're not gonna act like a bimbo and act like spreading a rumor that a girl's pee stinks is not you being nasty or being, you know, a mean girl, because it is. So now the topic changes to G-Baby and they're like, G-Baby, you were saying that some people were bullies, right? And so G-Baby speaks up. She's like, yes, I was saying that Minkx and Becky London, basically the people that kicked Mimi Love out of her room, that I felt like y'all was being bullies. So Becky London speaks up. She's like, Mimi Love's was okay that the name was moved. She said she doesn't give a F. Like they're running with this story now that Mimi Love was perfectly fine and that she was amped up to be angry. But I watched it once, twice, 3 times. Unless something was cut out, it definitely shows that. When they said, we put your name in the living room, she was like, what? You put my name where? Then she got upset. I don't understand why it's so hard for them to understand this concept. She doesn't care about being in the room with y'all, but at the same time, she cares that her name got put in the living room. That made her upset because that was disrespectful. They act like those two things can't be true at the same time. Deva is adamant. She's like, no. When I saw Mimi Love, she was hot already. We didn't put any battery in her back. She was angry. Like, I don't understand why this needs to be repeated a million times. To me, Mimi Love's story makes sense, and the other girls are literally just trying to gaslight her. So Lulu is even turning to Mimi Love. She's like, that's why I asked you what you want to do about that. Do you want to fight them? And I just don't like this coming from Lulu. I'm like, why are you trying to instigate this girl to fight right now? Acting as if you didn't just watch this girl fight Elena 5 times. Like, she was injured. She literally was hurt. So Nas speaks up. Nas was like, Minkx didn't know where the room was, so that's why she just put Mimi's name like on the living room. I was like, well, this is the first time this is being brought up, but it doesn't matter. That's still messy. She could find out where that room was. She could have asked the girls, hey, where's Nas's room? Nas, couldn't you have told her where your room is? Like, I don't know. That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. But yeah, Nas is just trying to justify it. Like, it's the same bed. Like, it's not like my bed was smaller and I got a bigger bed by switching. Like, we have the exact same size bed. Like, the quality of the mattress is the same, you know. It's both satin sheets. Like, I think she's missing the point here. The point is that when y'all put her name in the living room, that was disrespectful. So Deva, she starts confronting Nas again. She's like, I don't like you in general. You just have such low energy. You saw what they did, which was wrong, and you went along with it instead of standing up to it. Like, she just doesn't like her whole vibe. She don't feel like she's a baddie. She don't feel like she deserves to be here. She just keeps insisting, I wasn't there when they moved the name, but they told her that they moved the name to the living room. So she was aware. Before she went in the room, they told her that downstairs. I think at this point, they're just playing with semantics. They're just playing with words. They're trying to change things to make it sound like it wasn't what it was. But at the end of the day, we're not going to try to pretend like y'all was being nice and looking out and just switching the two people's rooms because, you know, better vibes. Like, we're not going to do that because that's not what it was. Y'all were being mean girls. You took her name out because you said she lost 3 fights. You have no beef with her at all. Then you put her name on the living room couch and said, sleep with the lizards. I'm not sorry. So Marie Minkx redirects the conversation back to G Baby. She's like, hold on. She's over here trying to be copacetic, but we're not going to forget about that comment that you said. You were trying to back off and be like, well, I don't know if I said you guys were bullies. And she says, once again, she was like, I said it. I said that you guys were bullies and I meant it because at the end of the day, that's what she saw. So they pretty much convinced G Baby at this point that Mimi Love was okay with everything. So she's like, all right then. When I called y'all bullies, it's because I wasn't aware that Mimi Love was okay with everything. Boom. Why would you believe them? You don't believe the people that freaking wronged the person. Like, obviously they're gonna lie. They have the biggest motive to lie about that. So Lauren stands up and she's like, I feel like there's some people that are standing on business and some people that are fading into the background. Who do y'all think like just isn't giving it up? So Elena calls out Nas. She was like, I like you, but like, you don't have what it takes to be here. Sorry. I'm like, why are y'all picking on Nas when she actually did get into a fight? There's other girls there that haven't fought one time and y'all are basing this off of fighting because you guys keep doing nothing but fighting. There's literally other girls there that I feel like have not done very much, and that's okay. It's been one day. Like, why are y'all judging after one day? But yeah, Nas held her ground. She was like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. Like, you know, the slang started coming out with her. The ain't came out. She said, I ain't going nowhere. She said, I came all the way to here from Germany. Natalie Nunn handpicked me and I ain't gonna go nowhere. I was like, okay. Okay, you told them, girl. They're literally amping up this girl to fight. They're like, you don't care, Nas? You don't care? They're trying to get you out of the house. Like, what are you gonna do, Nas? Nas is like, well, okay, I guess if I have to fight, I have to fight. If I have to get my ass beat, that's just gonna be what it is. I'm like, no. Don't be a bird brain, girl. Have your own brain. Don't get manipulated into fighting. That's not baddie vibes. You gotta have your own brain. You gotta think for yourself. Do the opposite of what everybody's trying to make you do. Okay? If they're trying to all get you to fight, don't fight. If they're all trying to tell you don't fight, fight. I'm just kidding. But yeah, stop. Don't get manipulated this easily. Baby Tyson goes up to Nas. She's like, girl, come here. Stand up. She goes to the middle of the circle, right? Nas looking at her like, what the f***? What? Like, she probably scared. Like, what? I gotta fight you? Like, bark, girl, bark. Ooh. Nas is like, ooh. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was so funny. That had me cracking up. Oh, Baby Tyson got jokes, I see. So they're trying to wrap up this house meeting. G Baby speaks up and she's like, listen, I just want to clarify for the last time. I just want to clarify what my stance was with the whole bullying comment that she made, right? Which I'm like, girl, you already clarified it. This was not needed at all. She reiterates her point again. And she was like, if that would have happened to me, I would have considered that bullying. But I didn't know that she was okay with it. Becky London is like, do you need that then? I'm like, see, you talked yourself into a fight. There was no need for this further clarification. We already got the clarification before. So they get up, they start fighting. Woo! It doesn't go good for G Baby. Boom. Knocked her down to the couch immediately. I just saw her like tossing and turning. I was like, damn, girl. She got her ass whooped. Whew. Becky London, she got hands. But yeah, G Baby's mad. She's like, no. She's trying to get back at her. I'm like, girl, no, get back to that couch and sit down. Don't do it. You don't have to prove yourself. You got in the paint one time. That's all that matters. So they go round 2. Becky said, boom. Oh my gosh, G Baby was stumbling like she almost fell. The hits look brutal. Becky walked away casually from the fight. She was like, you ain't doing nothing. That shit too easy. Like, oh my gosh, that was crazy to me. They go for a round 3. Once again, Becky is just straight to G Baby's face, and everybody's face at that point, like, they're shocked. Literally, it pans around the room. Everybody's like, Oh my gosh. Damn, Becky. Why did you do her like that? Like, G Baby's face is bleeding. It's probably gonna be swollen and shit. But yeah, so Deva is like yelling in the background. She's like, Mimi, you should get in the paint. And they start turning on Mimi now. Lulu's like, this is your fault, girl. They're literally fighting over you. Like, get up and handle your business. I'm like, okay, they're about to manipulate another fight right now. Mimi just said earlier she doesn't want to fight because her nose hurts. Well, let me guess. They're gonna manipulate her into fighting. Deva literally calls her out. She's like, Mimi, you told me you were gonna stand on business, so stand on business. Mimi said, she gets up. I was like, not even 30 seconds after she said, I'm not fighting, guys. I fought 5 times. She gets up to fight. I'm sorry, but that doesn't give baddie vibes. Baddies don't get manipulated into fighting. Like, girl, you fight on your time when you want to, not when other people tell you to. She doesn't even know who she's fighting. She's like, who? Okay, who? They're like, Nas, fight Nas, fight Nas. Why? Why would these two be fighting? Literally, Nas don't want to fight. Mimi Love don't want to fight. They don't want to fight each other. Nas doesn't have a problem with Mimi Love. She explained she had nothing to do with the actual removing the name from the door situation. She explained that she offered her room to Mimi Love. Mimi Love doesn't seem to have any issue with Nas. Like, why would these two be fighting other than for these girls' entertainment? For entertainment purposes. That's all it was. It was like, we need Nas to get in the paint more. So that's who you're gonna fight. Even though, like I said, there's literally like other girls that haven't fought at all. But I digress. So they square up. Literally, they come. Boom! I would say Mimi Love probably took that. They did break up the fight pretty fast, but like, Nas, she's so skinny. I don't think her hits have any force in them at all. So they go for a round 2. The round 2 kind of goes the same as round 1. Like, Mimi Love took that again. Nas was trying to swing and she was trying to kick, but like I said, the girl is a toothpick. Like, it's only so much that she can do. So they're all proud of Nas for fighting, for getting in the paint. I'm like, she fought already. There's other girls who haven't done anything. Please. I'm so confused. Why is the focus on Nas? Anyways, Milani speaks up once again at this point and she's like, okay, well, now that's over. She's like telling Lauren, like, I feel like you should fight Leandra. Lauren was not playing that. From the very beginning, she was clocking Milani like looking at her like, girl, why you instigating everything? Like, she did not like how she was moving. And like I said with the earlier girls, Lauren was different because she didn't let these girls manipulate her into fighting. She said, I don't fight for y'all's entertainment and pleasure. I do what I want to do, and that's what is a baddie. Thank you. Like, that's why I've been trying to argue with these other girls. Like, it just looks so weak when you just, okay, you want me to fight? Let me get up. Like, no. Lauren tells her straight up, she's like, B, you're not gonna put a battery in my back. You know, Milani's like, who are you calling a B? So they both stand up. They square up. I'm like, oh, this is delicious. Because Milani thought she was gonna instigate a fight, but it ended up backfiring on her, and Lauren ended up beating her ass. So, like, see, that's why you probably should have just kept your mouth shut. You probably should have just stayed quiet. Had nothing to do with you. That's why being messy doesn't pay off. But yeah, Lauren is arguing like, I'm not about to fight Leandra. Like, she's little. She's not even in my weight class. And Milani says, but you fought me. I'm not in your weight class. I was like, Milani is definitely shorter. She's definitely shorter than Lauren, especially when you see them standing next to each other, like in this picture. There's a big height difference. But girl, you thick. What you mean? You guys are probably in the same weight class, believe it or not. So yeah, the first house meeting has officially concluded. Milani is still sitting on that couch, pissed off. Oh my god, she's so mad because her wig got destroyed. And literally they like zoomed in up close on it too. She looks so upset. She was like, she was so mad. She said that shit was expensive. Like, it's been 2 days and it got ruined. It's like, girl, don't ever bring expensive stuff to baddies. All the girls end up going out except for Mimi Love. She got a phone call that somebody in her family's in the hospital and they're probably not gonna make it. This girl is having some bad luck. Like, damn. She came here, she got her ass whooped. Literally, her nose was bleeding. She was looking a hot mess in front of Natalie Nunn. First impressions. She goes to try to find her room. Her name's been moved to the couch. Now she finds out that somebody in her family's not gonna make it. Like, damn, I genuinely do feel bad for her. So they're split into 2 different sprinters and they're on their way to the club, right? Milani and Baby Tyson are literally in the front and they're talking about Leandra and that whole situation, not knowing that the whole time Leandra's in the back of the bus. I'm like, how did y'all not see her? Was she hiding when when they came on or something. Like, literally, she just back there like just always smiling. Sometimes I feel like this girl's trolling us. Like, is she an actor or something? Like, but no, like, she's just like, I'm just waiting to hear the worst of it before I say anything. Because, like, they're literally talking about her, talking about the situation. Like, Baby Tyson wasn't really saying anything. It was more so, you know, Milani popping her shit. She didn't like what Leandra did. Baby Tyson's like, yeah, I didn't expect that from Leandra. Like, is that her name, Leandra? I'm like, girl, isn't that your roommate? Weren't you just in the bed with her and you don't know her name? I mean, I guess it's only been one. Oh, I'm tripping. I don't even think it's been one night. Yeah, they probably just met. She probably doesn't remember her name yet, even though that's her roommate. So, you know, they literally agreed to share beds together. But yeah, Marie Minkx ends up exposing that Leandra's in the back. She's like, she right there. You talking about her? Like, Leandra's like, I don't care. Like, I just be getting beat up for real. I don't really fight back. Like, it's fine, you know? They're like, well, what are you doing here? This is Baddies Gone Wild, girl. What did she learn from prison or jail, whatever she was in London? What did she learn from that? Because clearly it's not fighting. Clearly it's not defense. And clearly it's not how to stay out of a fight too, because she's hella messy. So Marie Minkx is like, do y'all think that they're really gonna bring replacements? Because, you know, last season they never did, right? And they even punked them last season talking about, we're gonna send somebody home, and they never did. Like, so Baby Tyson's like, girl, you're gonna be the first person to be replaced. You keep asking them questions. So she's like, who? No, I'm not. I ain't about to be replaced. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so, to be honest. I don't think Marie Minkx is gonna get replaced if they do that. I don't think Baby Tyson's gonna get replaced. In these 2 episodes, they're already like some of the most lit people. So I was gonna say characters. They're already some of the most lit girls. Becky London is like, I feel like anybody who didn't come out needs to get replaced. And the only person that didn't come out was Mimi Love. So Baby Tyson is like, oh my God, like, y'all are doing too much. Y'all on Mimi Love's ass. Like, at this point, just leave her alone, which I agree. It's like, it's too much. I don't know why these girls never learn. When you pick on one girl for too long, you're gonna accidentally make her the fan fave. You're gonna make all of the fans feel compassion for her and feel sorry for her. You go push her into MVB and people are not gonna like y'all. Like, they do this every season as if they don't know. It's kind of the same thing that happens to Baddie last season. So Elena now starts going back and forth with Baby Tyson. She's like, how about you get out? Baby Tyson's like, why don't you get me out? Like, they literally start now talking shit back and forth. They both get up, like, literally they're about to fight on this sprinter on the way to the club. Milani stands up in the middle like, hold on, not right now. We're literally about to go to the club and have fun. Like, y'all can save this for another time. Elena was like, I'm gonna beat your ass. You smell like hot dog water. As soon as she said that hot dog water comment, Baby Tyson jumped over. Boom, boom. She starts swinging. She manages to snatch her wig off, but security gets in the middle of that so fast. They didn't really let them fight the whole time. Milani is in the middle of that whole thing. She literally squished. I thought they were going to decapitate her. Like, the way her head was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my God, Milani, watch out. Like, damn. She said, I felt like I was getting beat, my ass beat. Like, but yeah, Baby Tyson sat down. She's just staying quiet at this point because it's like she's literally in a sprinter with the majority of girls don't like her and don't agree with her. So, like, I get it. Yeah, there's no need to try to speak up now because there's a possibility that, you know, she could get jumped. You know how things go. But yeah, the whole time Elena is just talking shit to her. She's just talking shit. She's like, I'm gonna show you that your name ain't Tyson. Just wait. Like, it's more funny too because of her Memphis accent. The whole time Marie Minkx is laughing her ass off. Everything that Elena says, she is laughing her ass off. Like, Elena was talking so much about Baby Tyson, saying that she's not Tyson, saying that she's the worst thing ever. So yeah, they get to the club, they're turned up, they're partying. Leandra talks about how, like, she just feels a little bit weird because she doesn't know any of these songs. Because why? Because she's been in prison for the past year. I'm like, this is her whole story arc, huh? Like, girl, weren't you in the US for 2 months before you got casted on this show? You didn't listen to music here for 2 months? Like, what do you mean? I feel like she's leaning into this prison thing a little too much. But okay. Also, you're in a foreign country, so they don't always play the most current US music. Just saying. So anyways, they're turned up, they're partying. There comes a point where Dava, I don't know if I've been mispronouncing her name all this time, but there comes a point where Dava, she grabs the mic and she requests that her song be played, and they actually do play her song, which I'm surprised. Most of the time if you try to tell the DJ to do something, they're like, yeah, and they never do it. Like, but yeah, especially if it's not planned, you know. But yeah, they play her song, so she starts performing, and they literally played in her face. Like, they tried to make it seem like the whole club turned down, that they weren't effing with her. I really feel like this scene was highly edited. I feel like they put different clips in to make it much worse than it probably actually was, you know? Like, maybe the club turned down because they didn't know the music, but they were just trying to make it seem like people were like, you know, it was so exaggerated. I was like, oh, they did her dirty. Oh, damn. And then it's like, you can even show her performing. You can even give her a little bit of love, like how they do the Baddies girls. Like, they just made her look bad. So yeah, anyways, the scene cuts and we get the previews for the next episode.